everybody. We're here with the Week 11 Draft Day Suit Roundtable. Kim?
Thanks, Sarah. We're joined by Kendra out on the West Coast.
Hey, gang.
And Sarah and Tom. Hi, Tom. I'm guessing he's not going to say much. Is he going to say much on this one?
I don't know. He's probably a Redskins fan.
Let's get started on games, because that's what we do here. Packers and Lions. Sarah, take it away.
I think I've been thinking about this one a lot, and I really had huge expectations for Green Bay going into this season, and they're just not getting their shit together. Actually, same for Detroit, but Detroit seems like they are slowly consolidating their talent and making it work the way they were at the end of last season. Clay Matthews is out. Detroit's at home. I'm going to go with the Lions on this one.
Okay. Kendra, what do you think?
I agree with everything that Sarah said. I am going to pick Detroit. They've got the most total passing yards in the NFL. Did you know that?
I did not.
Which is kind of amazing considering who else we're going up against. But I'm going to pick Detroit for the same reason.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Green Bay's been underachieving like crazy this season, says the girl with Aaron Rodgers on one of her fantasy teams. Moving on to the Colts and the Patriots. Kendra, I'm going to let you start this one off.
Oh, thanks. I think I'm going to go with Indy, and here's why. Luck is doing amazing right now. I think they're really pulling it together, not only for themselves, but for their coach. And the Patriots don't have a really good defense. And my only hesitation is because the Patriots are at home, and they typically do well at home, but my gut tells me Indy.
Okay. Yeah, they do well at home. They've got all those cameras set up and stuff.
It helps.
Sarah, are you gonna take the Colts too?
I am, and actually, it's like Kendra and I are working from the same sheets. I agree with everything she says. I think New England's defense is aging, and Luck has been outstanding this year. And Indy, they're a real surprise to me. I thought they might win 2 games, and they're great. And I think they can beat the Patriots, and I think they could do it in Foxborough.
I'm inclined to agree with you both again. As much as Green Bay's been underachieving, Indy's totally been overachieving. They're on a roll, and I don't like the Patriots. My family's going to disown me for that. I don't care. I would love to see Indy win. I'll be pulling for them all the way, and I generally don't do that with Indy. Here's one I have slightly stronger feelings about. The Ravens at my Steelers, or Stillers, as Mike would say. Sarah.
All right, I'm just going to apologize to you in Steeler Nation. And we talked about this a little bit before. I do like Byron Leftwich. I know you don't, but I don't think you can beat Baltimore. The Ravens are a good team, and again, Pittsburgh's defense has not been up to snuff, and without Roethlisberger, I mean, have these guys taken any snaps from Leftwich before this week? I don't know.
No.
I don't know, and I think I don't know. The Ravens, I think, are going to win the division, and I think the Ravens are going to win this game. So, yeah.
Kendra, to you.
I'm going to go with Baltimore as well. After Roethlisberger went out last week, they just kind of fell apart. I mean, there was maybe 2 good plays after that, and I don't think a week is going to give them a chance to get it back together. I don't necessarily agree with Sarah that the Ravens are as good as she says they are, maybe. I don't know.
Not all that in a bag of chips?
Yeah, no, I don't think they are. But I'll give Baltimore this game this week.
I am going to turn it over to Jill for my pick, because I agree with everything she says.
So the big news this week is that Big Ben is out with a potentially life-threatening rib injury, which means that Byron Leftwich will be starting at quarterback against the dreaded first place Ravens. Pretty much everyone thinks that this is the nail in the coffin of the Steelers' playoffs hopes for this year. And, well, after all, the Steelers are 0-4 when playing the Ravens without Big Ben. So, clearly, that means that my pick this week will be for the Steelers. I cannot possibly pick the Ravens. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm really hoping that the Steelers step it up this week, pull it together, and win this one for Big Ben and the rest of us here in Steeler Nation. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Sarah and I were talking before the video, before we started recording, that Mike Tomlin said in his press conference yesterday the offense would see subtle changes with Byron Leftwich at the helm. Yeah, all three of us agree on our reaction there. I'm not sure what is going on at the Tomlin house, but they slip something, oatmeal or something. I don't know. Frankly, I think the closest thing they have to Ben Roethlisberger on the team is Heath Miller. He has been known to throw a pass on a trick play or two. Size-wise, he's more like Roethlisberger than Leftwich or Charlie Batch, who will be activated and the backup for this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see Batch at all. And if Heath Miller throws a pass,
I'm surprised Batch is still in the NFL.
Everybody's surprised that Batch is still in the NFL. But the times he's been called on have been few, and he hasn't stuck the joint up terribly, really. Leftwich is probably a little better than Charlie Batch. But Batch has more of a history with these guys. So, right. Well, I don't know. I think I should get a gold star or something if Heath Miller throws a pass. That's all I'm saying. They will have 3 running backs back. Rashard Mendenhall is expected to play. Good thing, bad thing, I don't know.
Well, they're going to have to do some running, I think, against Pittsburgh anyway. They're secondary.
Exactly. The passes are going to be short, and I think you'll see a lot of running. And
I don't recall Byron throwing a lot of long bombs. So.
Yeah, he's not Byron the bomb. So
yeah.
We've talked a lot about a game that I don't think is going to be nearly as interesting as anybody thought it was going to be 2 weeks ago.
Right. It should have been a much better game.
I get thrown out of Pittsburgh if I don't pick the Steelers. So Jill and I are going to be Steeler faithful, total homers.
Homer picks. Homers. We make no bones about it. Maybe they'll bring out the bumblebee suits again. Wouldn't that be special?
Hey, it worked. All right.
Rise Baltimore.
Moving on, putting everybody out of their misery. Let's talk about Monday night's Bears-49ers game. I think this could be a fun one. And Kendra, I'll let you start off.
This is my other stats game for this week. They're pretty evenly matched. Both of them are coming into this game with quarterbacks with concussions. Okay, you want to hear these stats? Chicago is number 4 against the run on defense. San Francisco has the number 1 rushing offense. On the opposite side of that coin, Chicago is the number 6 rushing offense, and San Fran has the number 9 against the run. They're super close all the way through. I think this is going to be a huge battle. It's going to be cold. It's going to be wet. I'm
still finding the urge to say that's what she said.
Alex Smith is still listed as questionable, but his questionable seems to be better than Cutler's questionable, however that works.
Didn't he pass?
I think it's going to be tight, but I think San Fran will pull it out because they're at home. That's the only really thing that I have going for me.
Sarah.
Yeah, with all these concussed people, I think it's questionable. It looks like Alex Smith will play. It looks like Cutler won't. Both these teams are really good this year. Both have been playing great. Both have good records. Both are solid offensively and defensively. I think Jason Campbell is going to play for the Bears. Is going to start, and I think San Francisco is going to win. Chicago's. I mean, I'm like not a huge Jay Cutler fan, but you get your rhythms together and you get everything. And then you throw in Jason Campbell, and I mean, I could be wrong, but I watched that guy play a lot when he was in Washington, and I don't think he can do what Jay does. And I think that San Francisco is going to win this one.
Yeah, I'd rather have Byron Leftwich than Jason Campbell.
Same.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's as long as Cutler doesn't play, and it's sounding odd in my head to say this, but if Cutler doesn't play, Niners win.
I know, it feels weird.
Yeah. But I think the Niners, as long as Smith is in, I think they'll be okay, but I think their backup is probably better than I'm trying to remember his name. Uncle Crappy said it a couple of weeks ago.
I don't even know who it is.
A bunch of syllables, and there's a K in there somewhere.
I don't know either.
But if it becomes a battle of the backups,
mm-hmm.
I think Niners still take it. So that to me is an easier pick, but I think it's still going to be a really fun game to watch.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, both teams have been very entertaining this year. So that about wraps it up for our roundtable. Thanks for joining me, ladies, and Tom.
Wait, we forgot something.
We did. Oh no, we forgot Ed, the
Hochuli
Tracker. Somebody quickly tell me he's in the Browns.
Boys, they're at Dallas.
Yeah.
Browns and Cowboys.
Kaepernick is the backup for San Francisco, by the way.
There were K's in there.
Yes.
Right?
Several. Two.
So maybe we'll leave the Hochuli Tracker to Rust Belt football this week. I would love to hear what Mike thinks about the Browns and the Cowboys.
That that seems like it would be an easy one to pick, but I think I would take the Browns on that one this week.
I think we just threw in a fifth game.
I think we should. Oh.
That's okay. We can,
It happens.
It's Hochuli after all. That's the only reason I would watch that game. But
yeah.
Right. Well, somebody on my fantasy team.
We've beaten up on Tony Romo sufficiently, I think, in these draft day suit roundtables.
Tony Romo lost me a lot of fantasy football money in the past couple years. He's my nemesis. So I don't feel bad for him at all.
I'm guessing you're not the only one who can.
Yeah.
So I'll be rooting for Ed Hochuli in this game. And
go Ed.
There you have it. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.
Bye, gang.
I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.
And this roundtable just became one that I cannot show my children.
Sorry.
Awesome, guys. Thanks.
Your kids are probably used to me.
I tried to think about that stuff too when I was going through this. I can't say stuff like that. Oh, God.
I already cursed once, I think.
Hey, nobody's broken out a stuffed beaver yet, though.
Yeah.
Carla and Crappy still beat us there.
Yeah.
So
I just got Tom